Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really build on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player, but this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
To the ground. He's got it again. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Hand off from the shotgun.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. So this opening drive finds a bump in the road here on 3rd and goal. The give from the gun. And he's sprinting. Getting set for the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the App State Mountaineers offense will go to work for the first time. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offense.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send him.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Looking for a block. It's Hunter. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. The they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. Mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football for them right of this quarter.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last two plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Never had a chance. One coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They'll try the run. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
On the ground, it's Judkins. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Ohio State 9, App State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Handoff from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease. It's Judkins.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but
Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the run from inside his own 5. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Goes to the option. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It put so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Plows through the defense. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the first down. Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break?
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a
touchdown Buckeyes! What a catch and run for 6.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire first quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So Texas A&M's offense will get the ball for the first time. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. The Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half, and that's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing. They're in this bowl game because they're explosive on defense. It takes only one play. There's still lots of football left to be played. If they get this confidence going, they get into a rhythm, watch out.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And now on second down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And they got him for the sack.
In that third and long situation, you'd like to see your quarterback have a plan. You know that they may dial up the blitz, so you've got to know where your answers are. Where's your hot route? Where's your sight adjust? Where can you get rid of the football if they bring an extra guy and the offense didn't look like they were ready for it?
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
1st and 10 from their own 17. On the run, it's Judkins. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There to make the stop, and we played 3 in this one. First down to start the drive after the break. The give, and tick, 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 tick. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The give on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. On the move is the 30. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The run to the left. Oh, gave the defender the business. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown, it is a dagger in this game.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Brown wants to pass. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy lot for them.
kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Ohio State's offense comes on the field first today. Well, here we go, Kirk. The energy in this place is tremendous. We are 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion.
And think about it, Chris. These two teams have put everything into this to get to this stage and this opportunity. Let's see who can handle it better.
Handoff in a single back formation.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers, but we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. He'll hand it off.
Right now, this defense seems to be sitting back, worried about the pass game. They better cheat a safety down, have an extra guy down in the box to help against this run game because they are getting ripped apart up front.
Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. Using his legs, it's Johnson. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Back to pass. It's Sanders. Looking to the end zone. And the pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And wow, that is how you kick off a national championship game, Kirk.
Man, Chris, you're exactly right. This offense came out with the mindset that they're not going to wait around and wait for this defense to get settled in. They're going to punch them straight in the mouth and assert themselves. What a championship-level statement that was.
He's got it inside the 15. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense gets their first crack now. And the focus, of course, on this quarterback, Kirk. This guy just has the it factor. He is him, as they say.
Well, Chris, we've had a chance to watch this guy closely all year, and I don't know if I've ever seen a kid throw the football like this guy. His awareness in and out of the pocket is special. He's a unique quarterback and a really dynamic player.
First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. So here we go, the first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. Scanning the field, it's Shapen. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain, nice play there. And looking to throw now on first down. A sack on the play could not escape the pass rush. That time it's the free safety getting home on the blitz to blow it up.
Well, he had a long way to go, and it's a bit of a risk, as obviously the free safety's the last line of defense on these long pass plays, and he's coming after that quarterback, and he's got to make sure he gets home quickly to make the play on the QB. Otherwise, you're at risk of giving up a big play through the air. Great job there in timing that up.
First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket. Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. He's tackled at the 10. Not good field position to start the drive. The Kansas offense is back out there now. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now you're looking at a third down.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Here comes a handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
You get to the national championship, Chris, you'd love to see more balance. They've not been able to run the football the entire game, putting everything on this quarterback in their passing game.
With the return, it's Golden. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Trying to find room. It's Johnson. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Breaks clear over the middle. Can they catch him? They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
A nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off with some nice positive yards.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Breaking free at midfield. That big gain moves the ball across midfield all the way to about the 36. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finding some room at the 25. He stopped, but he gets a first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Another positive gain by this back. I'll tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Trying to find some room. It's Judkins. Can he reach the end zone? The Buckeyes pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. They're pounding away with the running game. It's 1st and 10. There's the handoff. Makes a nice move there. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Well, they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. So the drive begins here, backed up at their own 9. To throw, it's Shapen. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete. Important 2nd down play coming up. After the incompletion on first down, we're going to throw it again. This one ends up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play by this defense, and the only way they can score points without getting a turnover. That should give this team a spark.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. On the run, it's Judkins.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's incomplete. Just 8 seconds remaining now.
Well, close to coming up with a big play. I love this call here to start this second half because I think it not only do you come close to hitting a big play, but I think it also pushes those safeties back. It can open up the running game.
Wow, back-to-back deep shots. The ball falls to the ground, and we have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes with less than ideal field position as they come out for their first possession. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing. Kurt, we are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it, as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here, and see how it plays out. They're just trying to establish the run. There's not much there, but give credit to that defensive line and those linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage to negate any chance at all.
And the single back takes the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
It's a shotgun run call. No shot to bring him down. Tackle made at the 24 as they began to put a drive together.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, and it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here.
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Well, Christy, to go back to yesterday, remember the offensive coordinator, he seemed to be very confident in the script that he put together. Now we can see why. Controlling the line of scrimmage, allowing his back to have room to run, and when he can run the football like that, get ready for the play action and deep shots downfield.
Now from the pistol formation. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made after a big gain. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Looking for 6. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
The Buckeyes looking to finish the drive here. It's first and goal. And tackled there by the defense.
Chris, down here inside the 10-yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Tailback tests the middle of the defense. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a third and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. So it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. So USF's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
He's swallowed up at the line, could not get past that big defensive tackle. Buckeyes will kick it away to get us going in the second half. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. The first down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And he's sacked. He'll be brought down right at the 5-yard line.
I personally love the aggressive approach here by this offensive coordinator. You got to take some chances. You got to create some matchups. But if you don't protect the quarterback, you have no chance.
He's free around the 15. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down. The Bulls will hustle to the line to crank the tempo.
Well, that gain will give them some breathing room. What a good job of being able to get them out of that hole. They're inside their own 5-yard line. And on the other hand, the defense, what a missed opportunity. You had them pinned back, a chance to really, at the very least, affect field position, and now you give up a big gain like this.
They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Drops back. He's going to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking for a gap. It's Johnson. Great cut there. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Tackled, but first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Linebacker shifting around now. It's a strong run, keeps the drive going. First down now. Receiver in motion now. And at first down, they go right back to him. You bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Now it's second down here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Made the defense look slow that time.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the kickoff will be returned. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. The pass rush closing in.
Well, here we are in the national championship, and you always talk about offense. And it is. It's become an offensive game. But how fitting to see this defense. This team has a nice lead.
And this is going to be a safety. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape. After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. That should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
Offense trots that onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. Running back with the football. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. They tackle him at the 9. That's good coverage. They should have left the ball in the end zone. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Pulls it in. It's Martin. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. The pocket breaking down. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. The Bulls will come to the line to crank up the tempo. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it go quickly. And it's broken up there. Great play, a 4th down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
The Buckeyes trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. How about this on 1st and goal? A handoff to the receiver. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the route is on. So they'll try to add the lead now with a PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush to sack. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand early. Ended up being a rout.
That's putting it nicely, Chris, right? This was a complete blowout. A solid performance in all areas by this team. Their coaches should be proud of how they looked out there today.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. The Buckeyes' return team didn't help matters out much there. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Now on first down from the 28. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. All kinds of room to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Grab behind the line. It's Owens. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They were trying to get the screen set up, but it just took a little too long to develop.
Yeah, and the quarterback's supposed to invite those guys to a run upfield in a screen pass, but they got to him so fast he couldn't get rid of the football, and they got the sack.
Running it back, it's Golden. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. That's a 20. He's got space. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Alabama 0.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
At the 4-yard line. It's now 2nd and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Safety kickoff.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Floating away. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time, the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Running it back, it's Golden. Makes a move. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Touchdown, Ohio State. The special teams proving worthy of their name. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And, Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Here comes that Alabama offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. How about the little toss out to the fullback to give him a touch?
And you said little toss because they're not trying to throw bombs to the fullback. This is a guy that's going to be more of a possession wide receiver, but if you can depend on him and he can catch the football consistently, you can get those little gains, those positive gains, and keep the defense in the wrong balance.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 21.
The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing, with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
He'll take it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Trying to power it in. And he'll be brought down.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On the ground. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the route is on.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Alabama 0.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. One final play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third.
Ohio State 28. Alabama.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense is sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically downfield.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. You're getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seems like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. And the Buckeyes are in the red zone. To the ground with the back. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and they no doubt about it, this one's over.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to get to him. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that